Bills gave up a 10-point second half lead to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We definitely just never saw that explosion from the Buffalo Bills or on Sunday. So, Tori, is it time for the Buffalo Bills to panic of like, why isn't our offense working right now?
I don't think so. It's week one. And I don't try to overreact to anything in week one. There's lots of players that had really good performances that are going to be terrible players 2 weeks from now. And there's a lot of players that had terrible weeks this week and are going to be great players 2 weeks from now. So I don't put a lot of stock into week one, and I try not to overreact to it. So no, I don't think you push the panic button for the Buffalo Bills as of yet. They are still pretty much head and shoulders above anybody else in the AFC East right now. So they can afford to toss a couple of games here and there and lay an egg. And that was one game they kind of laid an egg because I don't think anybody picked Pittsburgh to beat them.
Yeah, you are very, very true. Combs, uh, do you think it's time to panic in Buffalo? Bills Mafia.
No, you're still the Buffalo Bills. You still play in not the toughest division in the world. I mean, you've got two decent teams in Miami and New England, but they're not really good teams. You're still heads and tails above them. And you're going to be at least at the very worst you're going to be a 4 seed. And look, they're not that bad. They had a rough week 1. It was a tough start. They don't have a very tough matchup. Well, they do have a tough matchup week 2. It's the Miami Dolphins. They need to win that game in Miami, which is another tough place to play. Miami is a sneaky tough place to play. But then you get Houston on the schedule as well. Tennessee and Jacksonville and the Jets are your out of division games. So they've got an all right road. They don't have the toughest schedule in the world. It's not time to panic in Buffalo.
So you guys are all telling me that it is not time to panic in Buffalo, but I want to tell you why it is time to panic in Buffalo. Just because earlier in this off season we said this is Josh Allen's year to step up and prove that he is an elite quarterback. This is his year to take over the NFL, lead the Bills to the Super Bowl, be an MVP type of player, yada, yada, yada. And we definitely did not see that from Josh Allen this week 1. And you can say what you want about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I still don't think they're going to be a very good team this year. Combs, I do have to agree with you that they're going to be really up and down all season. And I think we've seen they're at their highest, so they're going to be like a lot more lows coming from the Pittsburgh Steelers. But with that being said, the Buffalo Bills are now to hunted. There is always a different philosophy of like when like you are the hunter hunting people, but now the Buffalo Bills are the hunted. Teams are going to give them their best shot week after week after week, and they cannot lay these eggs. If they want to, Tori, what you had them going 13-4 or 15-2, I can't remember.
I think I am going 15-2.
Yeah, so if they want to go 15-2 in the NFL, they have to start playing well, and they cannot give up a 10-point lead, no matter how bad or good the team is. It's definitely time to panic in Buffalo.
I have Buffalo too. I have Buffalo at 14-3. I did not have them lose in week 1, but it's they don't have to panic. Again, they could be worse than 14-3. They could win this division at probably 13-4. You give them this one loss you didn't see coming. The other losses I have are Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and one of the games to New England later in the season. You don't have to panic in Buffalo at all. The easy schedule, the not so tough division. You're better than every team in your division. You could be a top 4 team. And you go into the playoffs, and as a top 4 seed, you're going to be all right. It's not that big of a deal. They can win on the road. This team can win on the road.
So, Tori, are the Buffalo Bills a team that have to have a home game in the playoffs to succeed in the playoffs?
No. This is a team that's dangerous no matter where they play. Like I said, the big thing for them, they have a great defense. They have good offensive weapons. Big thing for them is developing that run game. And if they develop that run game, they become one of the most complete teams in all of the AFC.
Combs, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. That run game is huge for them. They've got to get it going. I think that they will. They're good enough. They're talented enough to get it going. And then Josh Allen is going to. That's when Josh Allen's really going to succeed. Is once they get that run game going. Josh Allen is going to open it up. Stephon Diggs is going to be open. A Cole Beasley is going to find his little slant route that he loves to run, and he's going to be open. We're racking up the yak like he always does. And the Buffalo Bills are going to be just fine.
But that's the problem is the receivers were open. They just weren't catching the balls.
It's true. It's true. But again, it's week one.
Okay.
It's week one. There's a lot of rust. There wasn't a whole lot of preseason. It's strange things happen week one.
All right. I will give you guys this week